Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make a wholesome and healthy wrap which is going to be made from baby corn and paneer and tossed in an achari mayo, and your children will simply love it. It makes a perfect after school snack or even pack into your lunchbox for kids. So without wasting any time, I'm just going to dive right in and show you how to make this delicious wrap. So I'm going to be making this really wholesome and healthy. So the first step is to actually add in this delicious garlic and oregano spread, which brings in a lot of flavor to the dish. In addition, it's actually packed with omega-3 and has 0% cholesterol. So it's actually great for cooking, and I love using it in cooking my food. Now that this is melted, I can already smell the flavors from garlic and oregano. I'm going to add in the chopped garlic, again some more, and some sliced onions, some sliced capsicum, which is green capsicum, carrots, and baby corn. Right, so all of them are cut lengthwise because when you put it into a wrap, you want to arrange it lengthwise. The wrap is lengthwise, so it's always nice to cut it nice and thin, like julienne. And then I'm going to saute all these ingredients until they soften. Have a light bite as well, but I like it soft because even kids like it soft when they don't have to bite in too much, because the wrap is going to be soft. So when your filling is soft as well, it's easier to eat, and they will love it too. Great. So I'm just going to wait. It takes a couple of minutes for the vegetables to soften and cook completely. I've been sauteing the vegetables for a couple of minutes, and I took a bite and it's just perfectly fine. I haven't added salt as yet because I'm going to be adding in some delicious achari mayo into this, which is going to pack it with flavors and taste. So I'm just going to saute it for just a few more seconds. Once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and add my paneer. So what I've done is, this is paneer which you can make it at home as well, or you can buy the store-bought. I've cut it into thin strips, and again the reason is because into a Frankie it just blends really well when it is cut into strips. So you don't have to now toss the paneer too much along with the vegetables, just a little bit, so it just gets coated with the garlic and oregano and all the other things that we just did. And keep the heat at low because the paneer will stick to the bottom of the pan. And at this stage, I'm going to add in my achari mayo into this, right? So the 2 times that I'm going to be adding the mayo, once into this and once while we're doing the wrap to add to that creaminess. So kids are now really fussy these days, and a lot of times we need to really flavor their food with a creaminess as well as a dash of spice, and that's where this achari mayo comes into picture because I love using it. It brings in a quick readiness to your Frankie or a wrap. So the best part about this achari mayo is it not just adds a unique flavor to the Indian palate, but is also fortified with vitamin A, D and E, so which makes it great for health too. So now I don't have to saute it too much after you add the mayo. I'm going to give it a quick taste. Remember, we didn't add the salt. The mayo has some salt as well, so I'm just going to give it a quick taste. It's just perfect. Maybe just a sprinkle of salt is what is required. I'm going to do that just now. Or maybe even add some chaat masala if you like, and I'll maybe sprinkle some chaat masala. It has some little salt inside it, and that's what I do. So I have some chaat masala here. I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a bit of chaat masala, and that's it. Just give it a stir and check the taste again. And if you think you need more salt, add more salt. And this filling for the baby corn and paneer Frankie roll for the children is ready, and I'll quickly toast up some rotis or tortillas, and we'll wrap and roll and serve it to the kids. So now over to making and toasting our tortillas. So I have some tortillas here with me, and what I'm going to do is to add it into my pan and grill it just a little bit. I'm going to add in the garlic and oregano spread which I have over here, and just spread it, and we'll toast the tortilla just a little bit so that it gets the flavors from the garlic and oregano, and it'll just blend it really well. So don't overcook this. We just want it to be lightly warmed up and just a little bit to get the flavors, and because you need to be able to roll it nicely. You can also use your whole wheat flour rotis, but ensure that you make it really big, because for when you're making a wrap, it needs to be large in size, close to about 8.5 or 9 inches in diameter, so that rolling, the wrap becomes really easy. So that's it. It's warmed up and it's softened, and I'm just going to quickly flip and turn for a couple of seconds on the warm tawa, and it's soft and it's perfect. I'm going to take it and put it onto my flat surface and wrap and roll the baby corn paneer roll. So I've placed my tortilla on the flat surface, and I'm going to quickly start placing all the ingredients in the center. First, the achari baby corn and the paneer filling, right? And once we add this, notice how beautiful and creamy it is. I just love this, and it has a delicate smell of achar which is just coming through. It's beautiful, and it's just not spicy, but it has a perfect, blend of flavors and taste to an Indian palate. I'm going to add in some cucumber and a few tomatoes. You can also add in some julienne carrots if you want. Just place a few at a time. And if your children like raw onions, you can have some raw onions as well. And my children love raw onions. In fact, they like pickled onions. What I do is I sprinkle some lemon into my onions and add some salt, and they actually love it into the wraps. So great, so you can do this. So I'm going to go ahead and drizzle some extra mayo on the top to add to the more creaminess. Okay, so just a little bit. Just take it over, and we'll just add in little at a time. This mayo can not just be used in wraps, but you can also use this delicious achari mayo as a dip. Like for example, if you're having parties, then you can serve it in a separate bowl in a container, cut in some carrots, cucumbers, saute some steamed broccoli, and then place it as a party appetizer. You have some fresh vegetables, and along with this delicious achari mayo, and all your guests have to do is to keep dipping into this mayo and then have those vegetables. Really nice. So let's just dive in here again, and I'm now going to quickly roll up the wrap. Just tighten it and just give it a roll. And that's it. The wrap is now ready, and you can actually pack this into your lunchbox as well, because it's nice and firm. So if you're going to be packing into the lunchbox, ensure that you can use a butter paper or a foil if required to wrap it, or you have to ensure that you pack it in a box where the a rectangular box where the wrap will fit neatly and will not move. So then you can avoid the butter paper or even the foil. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to cut it and serve it as a snack for the kids. It'll taste delicious. Do give this recipe a try. When you do, I would love to know your feedback in the comments below, because I'll always be looking to hear back from you. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.